Good evening, and thank you for joining us for our Spotlight event and Mdda update that's taking place tonight. We just wanted to give a few moments for those of you that are there to join us, so thanks for coming in. And tonight we've got a great subject matter being Brooke Hall, who is our OTC adult and who is joining us tonight to really talk about life, what it's like living with OTC. So before I head into that part of tonight, I just wanted to provide a bit of an overview. So we do this every month, just as a bit of a catch up to let you know what's been happening at Mdda. Of course, as a national organisation representing all protein IEMs, we're always very busy, and nothing's changed at the moment with continued lockdowns. We've got a hive of activities going on behind the scenes, and what you see here in this member hub is only really the surface of it. So just wanted to take a chance to update you on a few of those things that we do have going on. But first of all, let me just run through, and I'd like to acknowledge and thank our sponsors that sponsor not only the Mdda initiatives, but also in particular our hub, and that's Nutrition Metabolics and VitaFlow. And we really appreciate the support that they've had to enable us to put a lot of these activities together. Mdda is primarily a volunteer organisation, but that sort of funding helps to keep all of our secretariat and program resources running along behind the scenes. So it's very much appreciated for their support, and I will have Renee joining us shortly tonight. Just to do a quick recap of the month at a glance. So our last spotlight that we had was with Frances Del Castillo, who is a young adult with PKU, recently been responsive to Kuvan, and we had a great chat with her talking about, again, life with PKU and some of her experiences growing up as a child. So that was a really good event, and the recording of that is online on the hub for any of you that wanted to revisit that. We also last month had our first cooking activity with VitaFlow and with our good friend Jude from VitaFlow, who pulled together some really delicious yummies for us using the Fate flour, and she put together a focaccia and a bread, and there was another item, I can't even recall what it was now. It was a lovely pull-apart item that she pulled together, which I know those of you, the baguettes, that's what it was. Yeah, she did a great job at that. It looked delicious, and I know a few of you cooked along with her. I think Nicola posted some photos of her cooking afterwards, so that was really great to see. We plan to do more of those events in the future. The feedback we got from that was really great, so it is always good to get that feedback from you, and we're hoping to be able to get Jude back, as well as some other of our product partners, to be able to demonstrate their cooking styles. Not to mention that there's also the opportunity for any of our members that wish to host an event themselves and do some live cooking for us. You're more than welcome to approach us. We'd love to really get those sort of events out there and pop more content up for everyone to enjoy. So please do reach out to us. If you do that, a big congratulations to Melissa Keswick, who won the bread making machine, and she will no doubt put that to great use with her two. She's got PKU twins, so who are just turned 1, in fact. So I'm sure she'll be able to have some fun experimenting with that. So thanks, Melissa, too, for participating in that. For those of you that missed it, we had our global PKU conference, our first of its kind, which we Mdda hosted, and we ran here online on a similar platform as this with the Global Association for PKU. It was PKU focused. It did touch on some research for other IEMs around the globe, but it was very much focused on PKU emerging research clinical trials. It was a fantastic event, a great chance to find out what's going on in the world in the way of clinical care and research, to also network and interact with other PKU individuals. And we had a heap of fun. We had some great competitions where we had some points being earned as well. And we actually haven't yet announced those prize winners. So if anyone's on today's event and was a part of that conference and you think you're up for a prize, don't be disarrayed, because we haven't announced them yet. So we will be doing doing that shortly. But the content for that event is still online. So you can, in fact, go to the Global Conference website and access that content. That website address is, correct me if I'm wrong, Bella, globalpku.org.au. And if you go there, you can, /conference, sorry. And if you go there, you can register. Oh, it's right in front of my face. There we go, globalpku.com. no.au/conference. And if you haven't registered, just a sneaky little tip, you can still register and get access to all of that information that's in there. It'll be up for another week or two, so you're welcome to go in there and explore that event. And we hope to run more of those in the future. We also hope to look to expand that to other IEMs as well, OTC potentially being one of those, so watch this space. We also last month had our teens panel, and I really want to say a big thank you to all of those teens that participated in that event. And I'm not sure, Bella, if we got a slide there on that. Perfect. I could see her waving in the background, but I think she's potentially waving to Louise, who maybe has just joined us. Is that right? Yeah, cool. Can't see her there, but excellent. And I can see it looks like we've got Renee potentially here as well. Okay, great. So I will keep moving on. Our teens panel was great. Love these events, and it was a really awesome chance to hear from an array of different teenagers, both with PKU and MSUD. We had Josh from Sydney. We had Francis from, I think, Queensland, Emma from Victoria, Katie from South Australia, and Riley from New South Wales. Sorry, Francis was New South Wales. And also Bianca, who is our young adult who facilitated the session. Really good chance to just hear from them and talk about just, again, living with an IEM. So thank you very much for participating in that program. We will be running more of them in the coming months. So again, keep posted. And again, if you missed it, do check out the recording that's online. It's a great event, particularly for parents with young kids to listen into, to get some insight into growing up as a IEM, as a child with an IEM. We're going to give more information on our teen leadership program. We did have an event planned for this Thursday, which we have postponed. We're just doing a regroup on this program. It is a work in progress, and we've got some great plans that we're adapting now to the virtual space. And we will be announcing further details on this soon. But we do intend to launch a really good, fun, interactive, engaging program that's not only going to benefit from our teens, but also the younger kids as well. So those of you that have participated in some of our Peekaboo Kids Club activities in the past, either face-to-face at our retreats or online at our home retreat last year and virtual scavenger hunt. We're going to be going down that path with some great activities that there'll be some good prizes up for grabs. So watch this space and hear more for that, and that will really convert into a kind of leadership mentoring program where teens will be able to participate more at our face-to-face events next year as well. So further detail to come on that. So just quickly, and sorry, I am getting to our guest presenter for tonight, but before I do, just a quick update on some things that are coming up that, again, Mdda have been working on. So around this time of year, every year, we do our AGM. It will take place online on Tuesday, the 9th of November. It will be a very brief AGM, and it will involve a President's and Treasurer's report and election of committee that will take place that evening. And I think we'll then be following that with some Connect group rooms afterwards. So mark that date if you haven't. It has been postponed out a week to avoid the long weekend here in Melbourne at least. So if anyone wants to get more involved with the MDDA, please do contact us at office@mdda.org.au and let us know if you want to take up a volunteer role or a position on the committee. We're certainly open to hearing from you, and we have many roles that are happening behind the scenes that we'd love to get you involved in. So we'll see some of you online, hopefully on that date. We've also got ongoing our Zest program. So that's our wellbeing program, which is facilitated by our Vice President, Louise Healy. And we've been running several cohorts of this program now for really coming on almost probably 5 years, but the real crux of this program has been taking place for the last few years, and we continue to take an intake each year of a small group of generally adults that are looking for some tips and guidance and support to help them with their general health and well-being. It's a really great program. It is all done online, and I encourage any of you that are wanting to find out more or maybe get on a waiting list for future rounds that we'll be doing to again email us at the Mdda, and but you can also find further information on the website as well. So our next cohort, I believe, starts tomorrow, which is already full. And following that, we'll provide details of the next one. And that program is sponsored by Marin and Vitaflow too, as an ongoing sponsor. We have some EdConnect forums which were taking place, particularly focused on adults returning to diet and treatment. And our next one of those is taking place on the 30th of November. We will be running a bit of an advertising campaign around that, really in an attempt to locate adults. And there are many of them out there who I guess have been a bit lost to diet and treatment, either through historically being told when they were younger that treatment for life wasn't a requirement, particularly relating to PKU more so than other IEMs. And we've really found, I guess, over the last few years in particular, we're getting more and more inquiries from adults or families of adults who are discovering, sometimes quite surprisingly, that they were taken off treatment a very long time ago, and maybe it's explaining some of the issues that they are having. So Mdda has a very comprehensive support program to help reconnect those adults back in with their PKU management and care, and we have a whole program that's going to be focusing on that, along with adult advocacy, coming out over the coming months into 2022. So if you mark that date, further details will come soon. It will be held all online here in the hub, and really it's an event that's suitable for all adults, but particularly those that might have recently returned to diet, are thinking of returning to diet, or are struggling with keeping with their existing diet and treatment. And you will hear from a number of health professionals and scientists, as well as some health and wellbeing tips, and other adults who will be sharing their stories. So also, we, in terms of just other activities with Mdda, we have recently put a survey of interest out from one of our sponsors, Or Pharma, who are considering bringing a new protein range to Australia. So if you haven't seen that, it has been in our latest e-news, and it's also on our Facebook group. So if any of you are interested in providing your feedback in this space, please complete that survey, and we hope that it will help to further expand some options with different foods coming here to Australia. And so I also have here now with me our sponsor, Renee, and she is going to speak a little bit about this slide and promotion that you have coming up, as well as just tell us a little bit about what's going on with Nutricia. So thanks for joining us, Renee.
Thanks very much, Monique. Good to be here. So yeah, for those of you who don't know me, I'm a dietitian, and I worked at Nutricia for 5 years, and we're proud to be the platinum sponsor. And excitingly tonight, I wanted to tell you, if you haven't seen it already, on our Facebook page is this really exciting competition to win a NutriBullet for sharing your favorite recipes. So it can be one that you've tweaked or that over time you've developed, and it needs to be original. So there's the terms and conditions of on the thing, but you can enter as many times as you like. So you can do a breakfast, you can do a lunch, you can do your restaurant dinner. So yeah, it's all on our Low Protein Connect site, or you can use the link that is on this slide here.
Sure, or you can probably grab your phone and scan that QR code, I suggest, and it'll take you to it as well. That's excellent.
Yeah, so really exciting, and looking forward to getting all your exciting recipes, and then we'll upload them to the website that with your photo that you so that you get your claim to fame for a exciting recipe that you've launched.
Fantastic. And that website again, Renee,
is our lowproteinconnect.com.au.
Yep, fantastic. Excellent. Well, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Is there any other news from yourself and Nutricia? You're out of your isolation now, I hear.
Yes, all done with that. Thank goodness, that was hard. We're all good here. I think just in terms of an update that I guess all across the board, anyone who's getting a parcel knows that anything they've ordered online is taking longer in the transport network. So just make sure that you allow some time and get your products early so that you don't have that gap. Yeah,
very good tip. And I suppose we'll probably be coming to you like everyone. It's not far around the corner, getting those Christmas dates to make sure that we're getting orders in time for that end of year rush too. So
that's right. Yeah. Thanks very much, Monique.
Thank you, Renee.
Okay.
Excellent. And thanks again, Nutricia, for being our platinum sponsor.